Hi viewers, welcome back to our channel Raveendra for Students. In today's video we are going to see how to score good marks in electromagnetic field theory and transmission lines both in second midterm examination as well as in end examination. So we know very well in electromagnetic field theory and transmission lines we are having 5 units. Here I have done some analysis based on the number of concepts involved in our basic syllabus or curriculum. The different weightages for all the 5 units are given. So if you see in unit 1, that is static electric fields, totally out of 100% of curriculum, so 35% of concepts are involved in the first unit itself. So we know very well before going to start the Coulomb's law, we have to see the vector calculus and vector analysis also in order to study the actual syllabus. So that's why more number of concepts or topics are there in first unit. So totally 35% of total are involved in unit 1. Similarly, coming to unit 2, in static, magnetic and time varying fields, there are 25% of concepts, and similarly in third unit, boundary conditions on uniform plane waves, there are 20% out of total concepts, and in unit 4, reflection and refraction of plane waves, there are only 10% of concepts, and in last unit 5 transmission lines, there are 10% of concepts out of total are involved. Now coming to unit-wise syllabus along with the marks weightages. We know very well the final examination pattern. So in this final examination pattern, we will have 2 marks questions and 10 marks question. So in 2 marks question, there will be no choice. From each unit, there will be 2 questions. You have to answer both the 2 questions. And for the 10 marks questions, you will have the either or type choice. They will give 2 questions. You have to answer any one of them. So according to that pattern, in unit 1, which is covering 35% of syllabus, there are 4 marks under 2 marks category and 10 marks under 10 marks category, totally 14 marks. The similar weightage is given irrespective of the weightage of concepts involved in the syllabus. So even the first unit is having 35% of concepts of total, but it is giving a total of 14 marks in the end examination. Similarly, for the remaining also, the weightage is equal 14, 14, 14, 14, 14 and totally 70 marks for the end examination. Then coming to midwise weightages for this end examination, unit 1 and unit 2 for mid 1. So they are covering the total syllabus coverage of 60% but giving a total marks of 28 out of 70. Whereas for mid 2, for unit 3, unit 4 and unit 5, which are having the total syllabus weightage of 40%, giving you a total marks of 42 out of 70. So finally, if you prepare well for mid-2, so those preparation will lead to a good score in the end exam also. Why? Because in mid-1 we are having 28 out of 70 and in mid-2 we are having 42 out of 70 marks. The weightage is 40% from mid-1 and 60% from mid-2. So therefore, more weightage of marks is involved in mid-2 and less percentage of weightage is for mid-1. But if you consider the concepts, number of concepts into account, the criteria will be reversed. 60% of syllabus for mid-2 and 40% of syllabus for mid-1. So therefore, finally, what I can suggest you is prepare well for the mid-2 examination, which is covering 60% of marks but only 40% of concepts. So this analysis will tell us if you prepare well for a mid-2 examination, then there is a good scope to get the very good marks in the final examination also. All the best. Prepare well for mid-2 examination as well as get good score in the end examination of electromagnetic wave theory and transmission lines. Thank you. See you in the next video.